PK in the universe, and I am back again. And today I'm here to talk about why aren't we getting a Capcom collection on Evercade. The closer the Evercade EXP comes to market, it comes to market on December 15th, the more and more people lately have been talking about why aren't we getting a Capcom collection on the Evercade that we can play and not have to have it digitally tied to a handheld system that some of us maybe are a little gun shy about buying or are going to buy anyways and just want to complain for the sake of complaining. It depends on the person, of course. So I wanted to talk about this topic. Why? Why are we not getting a Capcom collection? I think there's a couple of reasons. One, because obviously Blaze has explained this like a million times, especially if you go on, different forums and go on Reddit and all these other places. That Blaze has literally said, hey, we got the license to put these games digitally on the handheld. We did not get the license to make a cartridge. And we probably won't. They've pretty much said it's probably not going to happen. But there's some people who just keep holding out and keep insisting, oh, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I think what's great about Blaze getting the Capcom license to even put those games on the EXP is the fact that it's opened other doors. It's made them look more legit. I feel like I've said this before, but I'm saying it again because we're getting closer and closer to the Evercade EXP coming out, and I want to reiterate this. And yeah, and there's a reason. There's a lot of reasons. One, this is 18 games, okay? I'm sorry, but Capcom's never going to be like, oh, that'd be great if Blaze got those 18 games and put them on one cartridge and we're selling them for $20. Because $20 or 20 quid across the pond is how much these things sell for. That's nothing in the grand scheme of things. That's nothing. You got to understand, Capcom is already selling these games other places. They're selling them through their Capcom arcade little collections. There's like Arcade 1, Arcade 2, and then you buy the games individually. And you buy those games individually for like $4. So let's say even if Blaze was allowed to do it, they'd probably only be able to put like 3 or 4 games on each cartridge. And I don't think the average Evercade fan who expects to have, 8 to 10 games on each cartridge would be okay with that. This isn't like a dual pack either, where it's just these like 2 stellar games kind of thing. Because some of these games are kind of hit and miss as far as, quality and, particular preference and style. The other thing, too, is why would Capcom allow a third party like Blaze to manufacture their games? They don't really do that. I mean, yes, they've released compilations or whatever, but they're the ones who are manufacturing and selling those games. They get the cartridges for like a Switch game or a Nintendo 3DS game or something, like the Mega Man Legacy Collection or something like that. And they are the ones doing the manufacturing, not Nintendo. Nintendo's not publishing those games. That's one thing I think Blaze would actually have to let go and actually let them publish it. Otherwise, it'll never happen. And I don't see them doing that. When I understand that from Blaze's perspective, too, is they want to keep quality control. So the reason, of course, is the price of these games and, the license to these games, the licensing and the legal stuff with that. And the fact that, yeah, Blaze is not going to let them manufacture their own Evercade carts. I think those are the reasons it hasn't happened, and it probably won't happen. And a lot of people have also said, well, this is just a one-time thing. This is just a one-time thing. There's no way Blaze would, let another, company like Capcom tie their, some of their digital games to a system like that or whatever. I disagree. I think it absolutely could happen under the right circumstances. For example, what if Blaze decides to approach Konami? And Konami, has, of course, obviously released several collections, whether it be the Cowabunga collection or what's that, Contra collection. There's like a Gradius collection, What if they released some of those games, or Castlevania collection, that's another one. What if they released a collection like that on a future upcoming Blaze system? Maybe a Super Evercade or something like that. Would Blaze really be like, oh, we can't have that? No, of course not. Blaze wants to make money, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to make money. So I think this would be a great selling point, especially for people who maybe aren't the core audience, and are just kind of curious about Evercade, and they're like, ooh, it's got those Capcom games, it's got those whatever games. And they're like, hey, we got to have that. I want to get that system. And then that leads them to buying more Evercade cartridges. That's how this works. So this shouldn't surprise anybody. I don't know why people are so shocked by the fact that we're not getting a Capcom cartridge, and for pretty logical reasons. And here's the other thing too, like I said before, you can play these games already many other places. It's not like Blaze is tying like really specific indie games or something randomly. Like, it's not like they're putting all the games from Indie Heroes 2, you know, just preloaded on the Evercade EXP and not letting you play them anywhere else. And that's why I buy Evercade games, is because I like indie games, and I like indie games at an affordable price. A lot of people buy them for just purely comfort food, like I've said before. But yeah, that's why we're not getting an Evercade cartridge. It's not happening. So, anyways, what are your guys' thoughts? Are you still holding out for all hope that we're going to get a Capcom Evercade cartridge? Comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and stay awesome in this universe. Thanks. Bye.